You stop living life the moment you stop believing in stories. For that is all this life is made of. Everything begins and ends as a story. My name is Fael, and this is my story. I wasn't born and bred in an oven of abundance, but I still managed to get my 3 square meals on round plates. My fate had its legs buried within the valley, but my eyes kept hovering over the horizon of hope. My fatherland was a bit farther from my reach, so I familiarized quite well with my motherland. My existence was unintended, but the intentions of creation were far from a mistake, so I didn't hesitate to take things into my own hands. I've experimented with life. My test tubes look like tunnels with no light, but at the end I managed to play with a couple of compounds just to get the right solution. But my results and we never had the right chemistry, so I rediscovered the focus of my affection. Never ceased to strive for perfection. Situations stimulated a lot of questions, but my portable mind never got tired of harboring them. I was a nightmare clothed in a daydream, a village boy with urban dreams. I was a grey worm, but my hair was as black as clouds of darkness, waiting for the day of rain so I could receive the moisture to rise above the ground. I sat on the same table with curiosity, together with her disciples of passion, youthful exuberance and agility. To me, it was a table of men meant to teach me masculine lessons required for manhood, but I was wrong. It was a drug party that stripped me of my innocence, got me intoxicated and finally laid with these holes of desire. No sooner had I washed my hands that symptoms of Usain Bolt started sinking down my rectum. I had turned a mad cheater, running helter-skelter cause I cheated on truth and placed my life on the dice of lies. I bet my way into doom. But the realities of life whispered to me. The facts say your gates and windows are wide, no they mean say opportunities go fall for your laptop. Better stop blowing them jobs away and join the hustle. That was when childhood stopped. The laws legalized me. Society reoriented me, betrayed me to the merciless jaws of reality. I got to understand why I didn't get things on a silver platter cause I realized that my talent is golden, carefully hidden beneath the crust of my cranium. My mind is my mind, and it was mine alone to mine, so mind your language when you try to undermine my milestones. Ibn Izzah. Thus far, the jaws of my Lord has spoken me into existence. I know how it feels to be right on track only to discover that you chose the wrong course. I was left to death, righting the wrongs of humanity. I was addicted to me, enveloped in my ego so much so that sin had blindfolded the Samson in me. So I openly gave the Delilahs a chance. So I chose to, not because I was supposed to, but it was this strange voice that kept convincing me not to stick to what I was supposed to. So instead of staying faithful to what I was committed to, I turned to what my heart was compelled to. I started searching for silver coins when I was heir to a throne of gold. But when you are raised in a place where you learn to upraise golden stools, silver spoons never seem to satisfy you. That was when I sought for reinforcement. Cause riding in this bus alone, I always felt that mercy would always say no to me as long as he knew I wasn't driven by grace. So until I met the Samaritan called Grace, I never understood how first place doesn't always go to the fastest in the race. I can't prove to you that life without Christ is full of crisis, but I can show you how painful buying the same dose of happiness at a higher price is. It takes faith to face fate. A date with grace can erase your faces of shame and replace them with million shades of grey. I have carried water. I have carried wine. And I realized the truth of the difference lies in taste and not in weight. So taste and see and say that the Lord is good, but do not judge me unless you are my tongue. I know my impressions may not impress you. I've seen how death can cause sorrow to undress you, strip you off your balls to live. I ain't no living legend. Honestly, I'm still searching for the legend to my life's map. No wonder I'm barely living. But I read somewhere in scripture that to die is gain, so instead of living in pain, I'd rather die and gain, cause everyone's gonna die all the same. I've been exposed to so much toxic venom, but instead of deciding to die, I made an antidote of immunity out of my mind. That is why I'm immune to your disease. I repeat, I'm immune to your disease. That is why your infections cannot make me rest in peace. You see, I saw over your seas, no wonder I oversee your defeats like a John. See, nah, you can't see me. A young Joseph was laid with Medusa. Do you think you can scare me with serpents? I'm as beautiful as your morning sun. I am as beautiful as your morning sun. No wonder my tears cause you to cheer. And I fear the day I stop crying will be the end to your laughter. Cause I'm struggling to understand what sacrifice means. Maybe it means placing your happiness as a doormat for others to stamp over. But experience as a teacher seems kind of straight, cause these lessons of life doesn't follow a straight course. So I stand tall on my shortcomings and admire my pitfalls. Cause knowing that I wasn't born on a hilltop, climbing this far is a hell of a trade-off. And while you will see me as another product of life's theories and practicals, I only see myself as a hell of a miracle.
It's Fael for real.